The Vantrue N5 dashcam. Is this the best dashcam that money can buy? Well, we're going to be answering that question today, as we're going to be first unboxing it. Ooh, that was nice. And then setting it up. Oh, we'll pop that out. Reviewing it, and then giving my verdict at the end. So make sure to stick around, because we've got quite a lot to get through. Let's get stuck in, shall we? So then, this is the dashcam. When you buy one of these, this is what you'll be greeted with. It's a plain box with the dashcam on the front of it, and then I'm guessing that's a rear view camera as well. You've got some plastic wrap covering the box. On the back, you've got, I'm guessing, which is just some like generic photos of it in use. So I'm gonna get this wrap off, and then we're gonna open the box and see what's inside. Now that the plastic's removed, there is an orange peel tab along the front. That didn't peel quite as I would have hoped, but that's okay. I'm guessing now this just slides straight off the top. Ooh, that was nice. Very nice and smooth, that. And on top, it tells us exactly how this gets plugged in. So it looks like it goes into a cigarette port, and then it goes into the main dash cam at the front, which then plugs into the rear dash cam. And once you remove this, I'm guessing that right there is what's inside. So on the inside then, it is laid out really, really nicely. You've got some really nice foam padding around everything. I'm guessing this right here is the main dash cam. I'm not quite sure what this is. Possibly the rear view one. Yep, that's the rear view one. First thing I'm going to take out, though, to be rather boring, is... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, it's double layered. Get on to that in a minute. First thing I'm going to take out, though, is what I believe is... Yeah. Electrical, oh, 2 electrical cables. So we've got one there. I'm guessing that's, yeah, that is the one that goes in your cigarette port. We've got a trim removal tool. And then the last thing to pull out is, I think, I'm not sure what that is. We're gonna unbox these first, or unwrap them first. So here is that looks like that sticks onto your windscreen, and then it looks like the dash cam plugs into the back of there. That's quite nice. We'll peel that off in a little bit, and we'll stick that up on the windscreen when I come to actually start installing things. And then lastly, like I said, you've got that bit that goes into your cigarette lighter. That's nice. It comes with a USB on the back of it as well, so if you wanted to still use that to charge things or plug things into, you still can. That's pretty good, nice integration out by Vantrue. So before we get to the dash cams, there is one more thing under here, 2 more things under here. Wow, this is more things. Wow, this is completely stacked in this box. You've got, oh, okay. There is what looks like a screen protector, possibly. I'm not sure what the screen protector would be for. You've got a microfiber cloth, a couple wipes, another screen protector, and then on top of all of that, you've got a few dash cam in use stickers if you wanted to put that on your car. I am not going to, but that's some nice extras, I'll give them that. In this box will probably be the cable that runs all the way along the car so you can plug in the rear one. The first thing I've pulled out here is what looks like a smaller cable. I guess this is going to be able to go into a USB and be used as a USB-C port if you wanted to charge anything. And then that is the cable that will run the span of your car. That is very, very long. It weighs quite a bit as well for a cable, but this I will be integrating absolutely into the car. So I know I've made you wait, but I'm going to make you wait even longer because we're going to take out the rear view camera first. So here is what looks like your rear view camera. It's got a camera on the front and a camera on the back. And then the main showpiece then, that is a massive lens. I can already see it. The main actual dash cam then. What is this looking like? Whoa, that is an absolute behemoth of a dash cam. Look at that. So now that we're all familiar with the dash cam, it's time to get it set up. So the first thing we're going to do is take the sticky bit that allows us to attach onto the windscreen, and I believe it just snaps right onto place on the dash cam like that. And that right there is what will go onto your windscreen. That will look out the windscreen, and you've got a camera here which looks back into the cabin of the car, and I believe behind here is a screen as well. So this is quite high tech. I'll tell you all the specs once we've got this set up and we start getting some footage on it. So before we stick that onto the windscreen, let's take off all of these little pill tabs that cover up all of the lenses. There's that front one off, and that is a decent sized lens, especially for a dash cam. This is quite a big lens. Now on the back, we've got another pull tab. There we go. And then lastly, we've got this one here for the screen. It's like I've got a phone built into a dash cam. This is crazy. This looks so cool. But before we stick this onto the windscreen, we better take off the one for the sticky tab. There we go. Now I want to place this dash cam somewhere I'm not really going to be seeing it, so I reckon I'm going to stick it just under here, underneath where the windscreen, well, rearview mirror is, sorry. And if I hold that there for a couple of seconds, that should stick to the window. And I believe, yeah, this is on a sort of like a gimbal, and you have quite a bit of movement on that, so you can adjust this to your liking. That's quite nice, actually. Now we're going to want to give it a bit of power. So if we plug in the little power cable right into the side up there, I can then plug this down into my cigarette lighter down here. Now, oh, we'll pop that out. There we go. Now I don't mind that. The only thing is now I've got a cable in the way. This is the only thing that I'm not a massive fan of, is the cable will now be a little bit loose. But it's something that I can live with, definitely. Now what I want to do is just turn the ignition on for the car, power this on, and see if we have a little bit of life. I hope we do, because hello. I think we might just have something. The screen is on. We want that to be in English, please. Setting it up then did not take very long at all. Probably about a minute max as soon as it was turned on. It's very straightforward. You do need to get an SD card for it though, so I will get one of them and I will plug that in eventually. But this is what we are working with. It looks pretty good, to be fair. You've got this camera here, which shows the inside of the car, which you can see just up here. There's me, hello. And then you've obviously got the main camera, which points outwards, and you can adjust this. See, it's on some sort of gimbal. It's quite nice, but that's quite a wide view, especially when it's on a windscreen that close. You're gonna want it to be at least wide enough where you can see everything in front of you, because if you were to get in an accident, one of these would be really helpful. So with the front one installed, it's time to install the rear one. We've got these couple little pull tabs again, just over the lenses to pull off. There we go. And once again, we've got this little tab just here to pull off, which allows the sticky side to be revealed. I'm gonna place this right about there on my rear windscreen. And I believe that's adjustable, pointing that right into the car. Point that forward, and that should pretty much fit any windscreen or any rear screen, anything like that. This has got a lot of adjustment to it, and you should be able to put that onto almost anything, I believe. So lastly, to plumb this whole system in, obviously we've got this really long cable which will stretch all the way from the front of the car all the way to the back, and it'll plug the front dash cam into the rear dash cam, and therefore we should have 4 cameras, one pointing out the front, one pointing out the back, and 2 pointing into the middle of the car. So if anyone tries to do anything at all, there's 4 or all-round cameras basically that will keep your entire car safe. That is an exceptionally good feature in my opinion. So it's time to set up the dash cam properly, and I need to download the app and show you probably how easy this is going to be. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere and I'm about to download this. It's a bit blooming hot, so I'm going to open the window though. One thing I will say is really irritating, especially to me, is there's so much cable that's left over. Look at all this that's dangling. I know some of you may be saying, oh, you can just like get some bits that holds it up. When you're spending about £300 on a dash cam, I feel like maybe it should come with something that can hold it up to the top of the car. Unless I've missed anything in when I've unboxed it, which I don't think I have, there isn't really anything to move your cables or keep them out of the way. Slightly irritating, but some people might be able to live with it. For me, that is an annoying feature. So whilst I'm waiting for the app to download then, I think it's probably time that I tell you some of the specifications for the cameras, because despite all this cable, which is a little bit annoying, there is a lot good about this camera. So the 2 rear cameras facing in and out the car, they're both 1080p I believe 30 FPS, which is pretty good, especially for a dash cam. 1080p is pretty crystal clear video. This video you're watching right now is 1080p, so you can imagine what that'd be like for a dash cam. It's pretty good quality in all honesty. And then up front, you've got another 1080p facing inside of the car, which is pretty good. I think that's a 30 FPS, so that's another good camera, a good lens. And then facing out the windscreen of the car is a 2.7K resolution, I believe 60 FPS. So you'll be getting some really good crystal clear dash cam footage. So if you were to get into any sticky situation, you've got this here. You've pretty much got yourself covered from all angles on the car because it will be able to capture everything. I'm not sure what the aperture of the angle of the lenses angles are. I'm not sure if they're wide angle view or if they're more of like a telephoto type one. But all four are going to keep you covered in case of any emergency. I mean, when you're spending about £300, I keep coming back to it because it's a lot of money for a dash cam. You are getting, well, you'll be expecting good cameras, and that's exactly what you're getting with the M5. It is a very, very good dash cam for picture quality, basically. So one of the last main features that this dash cam also has is 10-second pre-recording. So I believe that if it senses something around it, it will start recording 10 seconds prior to that. So it's basically always going to be on, always recording basically, but it will only save that recording if it detects that something is about to happen. I'll show you all of this once I get this app downloaded and we get the camera fully set up and we start getting into it and start basically testing it. So the app's just finished downloading. I'm gonna set it up properly now. So I'm gonna skip some footage. I'm gonna give you a little voiceover of what I believe and my own opinion basically on how good this dash cam is and if it really is worth all of this money.
The next day.
Unfortunately, I can't get any footage on the dash cam. The reason being is it requires a certain SD card, has to be formatted the correct way. And if you want one from Vantrue, it's 50 quid. That is so much money for a little SD card that obviously plugs into the side. I mean, if you've got the correct like computer at home or something that you can format the SD card with to go into it, you can do that and obviously pick one up for way cheaper, but it requires a Vantrue SD card. So it's up to you whether you're gonna pay that. The company sent this dash cam out to me for free. I don't fancy paying £50 just to get the SD card, but I'll still show you some of the features. I'll just hold the camera up to the screen like this and show you the features that come with it. And I'll show you all of the camera angles as well because I think you can access that through the screen. So let's just show you some of that now, and then I'll give you my verdict after all that as to whether you should be going and buying yourself one of these dash cams or not. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that 10-second pre-recording thing. So just say someone's come along and they've done something to your car and the camera's facing you. It would have detected me 10 seconds before and it would have started recording. And then as I come along and done something to the car, it will then have a clip to show you what exactly happened. Not only this, but obviously there's 2 dash cams and 4 cameras, and it gives you every single angle of the car. So on this button here, that's now facing inside the car. There you go, see, it's pretty cool. You can see everything on the inside. Press it again, and then you've got the back of the car facing forward. Press it again, and you've got view out of the rear. And then you can also view every single camera at once, and then different angles, different angle again, and then back to the front. So this dash cam really does cover every single part of the car, and that can be really, really helpful, especially in a sticky situation like I've already mentioned. The dash cam also comes with voice detection, which is that button right there. So you can speak to the dash cam, you can get it to record a certain clip. Say you've seen something that you want to basically be recorded and you want it to be saved, you can tell the dash cam to do that with some simple voice commands. So all in all, this dash cam is jam-packed full of a lot of really good features. Just the only really annoying thing that I could say is cables, but that is going to come with any dash cam no matter what. So is this dash cam really worth the £300+ that you'll be spending on it? Well, I think it is. It's jam-packed full of everything you'll ever want. It's got all the cameras you need. It's going to give you cover for every single angle of your car, and it'll pretty much detect anything that's coming its way. Not only that, but it also has the voice activation, which is really handy, especially when you want the dash cam to obviously record a certain clip that you have just seen. So that's also a really good feature. And then on top of that, the 3 1080p cameras and a 2.7K camera, all doing 30 FPS, is going to give you crystal clear dash cam footage. And also on the app, there's so many extra features as well, as you can customize the dash cam pretty much to your liking. I'll leave links to it down in the description if you want to go pick yourself up one. I highly recommend that you do, especially with Amazon Prime Day on at the moment. You can get yourself one for a pretty good deal. Anyway, thank you guys ever so much for watching. I'll see you next week on Sunday. Have a fantastic week, and I'll catch you then. Peace out.